Hello, thanks for checking out the video. Today I'm going to be talking about England. Great Britain, England, all of that. Now it's been a while since I uploaded a video on this channel. I have my other specifically main heavy metal channel. And I'll get into that some other time. But for right now, today I wanted to talk about England. Now I was originally going to do a video about British culture and its music and everything about England. Not really so much its movies and its TV shows, because its movies and TV shows were, well, sometimes not that exciting. But there's a lot of other good stuff, and I'm going to be talking about that some other time in a video, in another video. But today I want to talk about something I can't really ignore it. It's something that's been going on in England, and it seems like a lot of crazy horseshit. Now, those 3 beautiful, innocent young children were brutally murdered by some evil bastard, and it's like, what the heck? All right, people have a right to be pissed off, and I understand that. But just like I said with the 2020 riots that were happening in America, damaging, smashing windows, and all that other stuff isn't going to help or solve the problem at all. However, yes, I agree. It's way too many immigrants. And a lot of them, most of them, should be deported. There's just way too many dang people. Now, people always play the race card, Pikachu card, what the heck ever. But it's just a lot of stupid, crazy people who really don't give a shit about what's happening. I mean, you have to be blind and not see, actually what's going on with the crime rates going up and all that other stuff. There's just too many people. And when people are waving the British flag or the Union Jack or any other flag, they're labeled far right and white supremacists. We dealt with that shit over here. It seems like every single time something happens in America, in many ways, as far as the whole race war thing and everything, it's just Europeans start doing it. It's been a relentless cacophony of chaos, describes one other British guy on TV. And there's just too many things going on. So to explain it better, I understand why people are pissed off, but they should be protesting and demanding that the king and queen or queen at the time make a dang change to the country. I mean, it's getting bad as Germany, France, Sweden, and England. All those countries are the main countries that are suffering the most from the whole illegal immigration kind of thing. Because they open their borders to everybody. They open their borders to all these illegal migrants. Keep in mind, illegal migrants. They have no idea who they are. There's no background record on them, and they can't search them. So that's also a very dangerous aspect to be adding to your society, your cities, your towns, and everything. It's just really stupid to do that. But the simple fact is they don't want to integrate at all. They just really want to take over. I mean, it started several years ago when I was reading about no-go zones and all this other stuff. And I was just like, what the heck? They're shutting down pubs. I don't drink, so I really wouldn't care about if there was no alcohol in this area or that area. But of course, if I went to England, I would probably have some kind of Newcastle or something with some lads and some chaps in England, I would actually do that. I would have the fish and chips, even though it's called actually French fries, not chips. But anyways, I digress. My main point here is that it's just things have gotten out of control in these countries where they're starting to wake up. Sweden's starting to wake up. France and Germany have started taking strict and more countermeasures and actions against these crazy people, the bad immigrants. Yes, once again, there are good Muslims out there. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of good Muslims out there. We got plenty here in America. During 2001, I was even afraid to talk about this. I thought there was going to be terrorist attacks left and right because there was so many thousands of Muslims in America. And they didn't. There was a lot of Muslims in Arizona. And I've met a good amount, not a lot, but a good amount of Muslims. And for the most part, there's some good Muslims out there. but it's the bad ones. You know, it's that whole thing. Hey, there's 10,000 people here. 2,000 of them are trying to kill you. Guess which ones? Well, it's that kind of concept. We really don't know who's what and who's bad and everything. And of course, there's good and bad in all people. And there's been dictators from the Middle East, white dictators, Asian ones, and black ones. There's good and bad in all. There's good and bad, good and evil in every single race, in every single nationality, period. That's one other point I'd like to stress. But when people move to a country and they start doing stuff and then start wanting to change things, I just don't freaking get it. And I feel sorry for more of England because it's a monarchy, and here, with like a lot of other countries, there's a presidential election. So every 4 years we get the cycle. Okay, this guy's not doing a good job, we're going to vote for him. He's doing a good job, okay, we're going to give him 4 more years. We had a good 2016 to 20 of good 4 years, which things would have gotten better. But of course, we have the left woke ideology. So that's what I'm referring to as far as the stuff that happens in America, and then bam, Europeans are doing it, and then they just jump on the bandwagon. And I don't get it, you know, what the fuck? Stop doing everything that America does. America does some freaking stupid ass shit. Especially with this whole woke SJW thing and all this other wokeism horseshit where everybody's offended by every freaking damn thing. It's crazy. It's crazy and stupid. It doesn't make any dang sense. Just making fools of yourself. Just imagine a bunch of Americans and Europeans moving to Japan and trying that. Japan or South Korea. There would be outrage. There would be a lot of people like, you know, what the heck? I can't imagine moving to a country not wanting to integrate with them at all. When I envisioned England and Great Britain, I envisioned this. Not this.
8. In this context, fostering open dialogue is crucial.
It's just wrong on so many levels. Tommy Robinson is right. There's nothing wrong with people wanting to protect their culture and their country and being proud of their country. And then, of course, when they do, they're called nationalists and white supremacists and all this other stuff. Completely wrong, because there's plenty of black people in Britain that feel the same way and just want their country to be protected and not get out of hand and not have crime increase. Many of those people too. Some left-wing people, or whatever kind of people you freaking want to call them, I'm not sure, but are delusional. When I've seen a couple of the videos and it's some British lady talking, oh, we need to have dialogue, we need to have meetings and discuss stuff with the opposing side and all that other stuff. It's like, are you crazy? First of all, the white British people aren't going to care to do that. They're not going to agree with anything you have to say. And then all the other people who are trying to cause harm and want to cause harm are not going to want to discuss. You can't have dialogue with those people. You can't really specifically talk to those people. What are you going to say? You know, what are you going to agree with? Split the country in half? It's almost sometimes we want to like split the world in half. So we have, okay, all left-wing people here that don't give a crap about anything over here, and all the right people here. So it's what's wrong with our society as human beings. People are going gung-ho in America. Oh, Trump's dividing America. He's dividing America. No, you're dividing yourselves by acting like idiots. That's exactly the problem here. And every single country is divided now. England is, Sweden is, France is, Germany is. You see all these countries where there are these problems, and you just have the left-wing idiots out there protesting, calling everybody else nationalists and white supremacists and just all this other horseshit. It's kind of out of hand, it's crazy and stupid, and I don't know, I'm hoping for the best and I hope things get better, but
off our streets, Nazis down, off our streets, Nazis down, off our streets.
I really doubt it. It's up to King Charles. I remember once mentioning in the comment one time, is the King and Queen do anything about it? Or when the Queen was around? And somebody was like, oh, it doesn't matter, they don't say. But like, what do you mean they don't say? Isn't that what King and Queen meant that they were the rulers of the land, and what they say goes, and they make up the laws and the rules and regulations. It seems as though Queen Elizabeth, God bless her, she just let things go for like many years. Why didn't people in Parliament say anything? Why didn't the Prime Minister say anything? Why didn't Charles or anyone of the other part of the people of the royal family say anything? Now, of course, once again, now it's Prince Charles, and Charles in charge, and he's the king, and they seem to be just not really giving a shit. Makes a public announcement and saying, oh, we call for peace and unity with people. It just says that one little quote, and then that's it. It is not taking any actions and everything. And of course, the two-tier policing stuff. I could get into that, but I won't. That's also bullshit. That's also crazy and stupid that they're in favoring these pro-Palestinian people, but they're arresting and or locking up all these other people who are just like waving Union Jack or something, or say something specific. If they're smashing windows and they're stealing stuff and setting fires, arrest them. But if they're just peacefully protesting and then saying they want England back and putting up, banners that say pro-British stuff, England, Britain, Great Britain, Wales, Scotland, the whole thing. Us Americans view all that other stuff. That's the way the whole world should be, and hopefully someday, I doubt soon, but we'll all be united.